Let me ask you something. And don't answer out loud. Just be honest with yourself. Have you ever noticed how some men barely try, yet women think about them all day? While other men do everything right and still get ignored? Maybe you've seen it happen. That guy who doesn't text back for hours, who doesn't chase, who seems completely unbothered. And somehow, she can't stop talking about him. Meanwhile, the guy who remembers her birthday, who plans thoughtful dates, who makes himself completely available, gets called sweet, gets friend-zoned, gets forgotten. Here's the uncomfortable truth most men never hear. Women don't become obsessed because of looks. They don't become obsessed because of money. And they definitely don't become obsessed because you're too nice. They become obsessed because something inside them gets activated. A psychological switch, a neurological pattern, a feeling they can't name but also can't ignore. And once that switch turns on, logic turns off. Today, I'm going to show you 7 psychological triggers that do exactly that. These aren't pickup lines. These aren't tricks you say once and hope they work. These are mental patterns that rewire how a woman feels about you. Deep patterns that bypass her conscious mind and speak directly to her emotional brain. And once you understand them, you'll never chase again. Instead, women start chasing the feeling you give them. So listen closely, because most men never learn this. And the ones who do? They don't need to beg for attention. They become the standard other men get compared to. Before we dive deeper, a quick message. If you've been learning from my videos and you want to support this work, you can subscribe to me on Facebook with a paid membership, send stars, or join my YouTube channel's paid community. Your support helps me create more powerful content for you, and I truly appreciate every bit of it. All right, now let's continue. Trigger number 1. Emotional uncertainty. Why predictability kills desire. Let's start with the most misunderstood concept in attraction. Certainty feels safe, but safety does not create obsession. Obsession is born in emotional uncertainty. Think about it. Notice how women binge-watch shows with plot twists. Why toxic exes are so hard to forget. Why the men who leave a little mystery are remembered longest. The female brain is wired to resolve emotional puzzles. It's not manipulation, it's neuroscience. When she can predict your every move, your every text, your every reaction, her brain gets bored. There's no mystery to solve, no curiosity to satisfy, no emotional tension to resolve. But when she can't fully figure you out, her brain keeps checking back, wondering, analyzing, replaying conversations, looking for clues. This doesn't mean playing games. It doesn't mean being cold or distant for no reason. It means not over-explaining yourself, not texting essays when a sentence will do, not explaining your intentions too early, not emotionally dumping your entire past on the second date. You let her discover you in layers. You reveal depth gradually. You stay interesting because there's always more beneath the surface, and discovery creates attachment. The process of uncovering who you are becomes addictive. She starts associating you with curiosity, with intrigue, with something she wants to understand more deeply. If you've ever wondered why she pulled away after things felt too comfortable, this is why. Comfort without tension is just friendship with extra steps. Trigger number 2. The withdrawal effect. Why pulling back creates pull. Here's something most men do wrong. When they feel her slipping, they lean in harder. More texts, more reassurance, more effort, more availability. They think, if I just show her how much I care, she'll come back. And that's exactly what kills attraction, because the female mind values what it can lose. When you withdraw slightly, calmly, confidently, her nervous system notices the shift. Her brain asks a dangerous question. Why do I suddenly feel less secure? Why isn't he texting as much? Did I do something wrong? Wait, why do I even care this much? And once that question appears, she starts investing emotionally. She starts reaching out. She starts wondering about you. She starts trying to recapture the attention she once had. This is not disappearing. This is not ghosting. This is controlled presence. You don't punish. You don't ignore out of spite. You don't play childish games. You simply match energy. and let silence do the talking. When she gives low effort, you mirror it. When she pulls back, you don't collapse inward. You stay grounded. You stay busy. You let her feel the natural consequence of distance. And that distance, it makes her come closer. Silence, when used correctly, is louder than words. It speaks confidence. It speaks self-respect. And women hear it clearly. Trigger number 3. The unavailable mindset, even when you're interested. This one separates boys from men. You can like a woman without making her the center of your life. Let that sink in. Most men, the moment they find a woman they're attracted to, they orbit. Everything revolves around her. Their schedule, their mood, their sense of worth. They cancel plans to be available. They rearrange their day to fit hers. They sacrifice their purpose just to get her attention. And it repels her, because men who are obsessed with women repel them. Men who are obsessed with their purpose attract them. When your life feels full, goals, routines, standards, hobbies, friendships, she senses that she's entering your world, not becoming your world. That dynamic creates respect. She sees that your time is valuable, that your attention is earned, not given freely, that being with you is a privilege, not a default. Respect creates desire, and desire creates obsession. She starts working to be part of your life. She starts wondering how to get more of your time. She starts chasing the feeling of being chosen by someone who doesn't need her, but wants her. The more complete your life looks without her, the harder she works to earn a place in it. And that effort? That's what builds her emotional investment. Trigger number 4. Emotional mirroring. Why she feels seen by you. This is subtle and powerful. Women fall hardest for the man who understands their emotional state without trying to fix it. Most men hear a problem and immediately jump to solutions. She says, "I'm stressed about work." He says, "Just talk to your boss." She says, "I feel overwhelmed." He says, "Make a to-do list." Logical, rational, completely missing the point. Because she's not asking for a solution. She's asking to be felt, to be understood, to be emotionally witnessed. Most men respond with logic, advice, solutions. But obsession forms when you mirror emotion, not facts. If she says, "Today was exhausting," you don't say, "You'll be fine." You say, "Sounds like it drained you more than you expected." Immediately, something shifts. Her body relaxes, her defenses drop, her mind opens. She feels emotionally held, not judged, not fixed, just understood. And once a woman feels emotionally understood, she attaches deeply. Because emotional understanding is rare, most people listen to respond. You listen to understand. And that difference? That's what makes you unforgettable. Being emotionally fluent beats being emotionally available. Availability is common. Understanding is rare. And rare is what she craves. Trigger number 5. Intermittent validation. Why consistency is overrated. Here's a truth that sounds counterintuitive. Constant validation feels good, but it numbs attraction. When you compliment her every day, when you're always impressed, when every text ends with a heart emoji, it loses value. Not because she's ungrateful, but because the human brain adapts. What's predictable becomes invisible. But intermittent validation? That creates dopamine spikes. Sometimes you praise her, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you flirt, sometimes you stay neutral. Not cold, not rude, just selective. Her brain begins working for approval. She starts wondering what it takes to impress you. She starts putting in effort to get that reaction from you again. And whatever we work for, we value more. Think about slot machines. They don't pay out every time, but the unpredictability makes them addictive. The same psychology applies here. When your validation is variable, it becomes more valuable. She doesn't take it for granted. She earns it, and earning it makes her obsess over it. The most addictive rewards are unpredictable, and you become addictive when you stop being predictable. Trigger number 6. Self-control under pressure. The trait women test for. Women subconsciously test emotional stability. It's not manipulation, it's evolutionary. They need to know if you can handle pressure, because if you can't handle her mood swings, her bad days, her emotional storms, how will you handle real life? Drama, mood swings, late replies, small conflicts, sudden distance. They're watching one thing. Can this man stay grounded, or does he lose himself emotionally? When you stay calm while others react, you signal dominance without aggression. You show strength without force. You demonstrate that you're the anchor, not the wave. And that calm becomes safety. Not boring safety, powerful safety. The kind that makes her feel like she can let go because you won't. The kind that makes her trust you in ways she can't explain. And safety paired with mystery creates obsession because she knows she can't shake you. She knows you won't crumble. She knows you're solid. And that solidity becomes the foundation she builds her emotions on. The man who controls his emotions controls the emotional dynamic. And once you control the dynamic, you control the attraction. Trigger number 7. The feeling of expansion. Why she feels more alive with you. This is the final and most important trigger. Women obsess over men who make them feel more themselves. Not controlled, not judged, not confined, but expanded. When she's with you, she laughs more, thinks deeper, feels seen, feels energized. She's not walking on eggshells. She's not shrinking to fit your expectations. She's becoming more of who she truly is. You don't cage her. You amplify her. You create space for her personality to breathe, for her humor to come out, for her intelligence to shine, for her vulnerability to surface. And the brain associates you with emotional elevation, with growth, with becoming the best version of herself. Once that association forms, you're unforgettable. Because every other man will feel limiting by comparison. Every other connection will feel shallow. You've shown her what it feels like to be fully alive with someone. And that feeling, she'll chase it forever. Obsession is not forced. It's elicited. You can't beg someone into wanting you. You can't logic someone into desiring you. You can't convince someone to be obsessed. But you can become the kind of man who naturally triggers it. When you stop trying to be chosen and start becoming psychologically grounded, emotionally intelligent, purpose-driven, and selectively available, women feel it. It's not something you say, it's something you are. And once they feel it, they don't forget it. They compare every other man to you. They wonder why no one else makes them feel that way. They reach out months later because they can't shake you. That's the power of understanding psychology. That's the power of playing the game correctly. Not with tricks, but with truth. If this video made you see attraction differently, make sure to like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you want more psychology, truth, and insight most people won't tell you. And don't stop here. Check out the other videos on this channel, because what you just learned today is only the surface. There's a deeper level to this, and if you're ready to master it, I'll see you in the next one.